remember, I've done 14 years for my country. I spent 2 years in Afghanistan for my country. And you better believe, sir, when this is happening on my doorstep, I am going to be here.
The footage you have just seen and the footage you are about to see includes the lawful citizen's arrest of a British police officer, leading to what we believe the first time in Britain evidence will finally be submitted to a Crown Court and jury of 12 of our peers surrounding the safety and efficacy of a certain medical product. This breakthrough case may just pave the way to some accountability that so many of us have waited for so long. As millions of British people have took to the streets the last few years, and even more, millions of private conversations have happened between concerned family members in the safety and privacy of their own homes. In what has been the complete erosion of our fundamental rights to an informed choice.
Now there is evidence. If you don't act on that evidence, not my opinion, you are breaking the law, sir.
Well, that's your opinion.
It's not,
right?
it's process.
Okay.
How is that an opinion? You're now misconducting yourself in public office.
Before we proceed with this video, this is a call to help demonstrate support at Bristol Crown Court on the 19th of March. There's a criminal charge of misconduct in public office that the officer in the video is facing. If found guilty, may lead to questions being answered as to why forces up and down the country continue to refuse to act on and acknowledge this evidence to protect the men, women and children of this country. Section 24A of the Police and Criminal Evidence Act will govern the lawful citizen's arrest of a police officer, providing you have reasonable grounds to prove they are guilty of committing an indictable offence. So what are these grounds? In this video, you will witness the likely nature of evidence that will be given in court. You will also witness the lawful arrest of the British police officer by veteran Dale Vincent, supported by former police constable Mark Sexton and various other good men and women from different backgrounds. Accuse office holder PC Simon Tops of the misuse or abuse of his power, where the accused knew that their actions or lack of would cause harm to a third party, that third party being us, the British public.
And what we're telling you is there's currently a crime being committed in there. Any death, loss or injury that occurs from now, you are personally complicit and will be held responsible for that. So should someone rush out of there with myocarditis or pericarditis or have a fit, you're personally responsible.
Well, that's your opinion.
It's the truth.
On causing harm, injury and death on a massive scale. Dr. Asim Malhotra came out last week with a peer-reviewed paper. He's a London-based eminent cardiologist. Over 20,000 medical experts have now agreed with this paper. Now, if an eminent cardiologist is telling the NHS and the government this is causing serious harm, it must be stopped immediately, and it's been ignored, we are within our right to come and make sure that no more harm is caused. They can't keep ignoring the medical evidence, they can't. The NHS are aware. They were given a significant amount of irrefutable data from the government's website, from the ONS, the Office of National Statistics, which fully supports the harm, and it's been ignored, and they're opening again, and these people are unknowingly and unwittingly putting themselves at serious risk. Not because of what I've said, I'm not a doctor, but the evidence, it's all there, it's available. This is a crime scene, the NHS gross negligent manslaughter and corporate manslaughter, because they have a duty of care. They're failing with their duty of care because the evidence that's been given to them, which is irrefutable, from their own system, they're ignoring and they're continuing to. That makes this a criminal offence. Right. And we've got a crime number with that evidence put onto that crime. And nobody has had the courtesy to let us know, to update us. I was told the director of the NHS of this establishment would make contact. They got my email, my phone number, my name. They were concerned on Saturday with the evidence they saw here, and they took it to their management, and it's been ignored and gaslighted. And here we are again, yet again, being ignored. Right. We can't do this anymore. We have to protect the people. Right. Why you're refusing to talk to the man who's gone national with all the medical people around the world supporting his paper, 20,000 endorsements.
At the moment, we've got different people from the NHS saying different things.
Yeah.
the government has put this national rollout in place.
Wouldn't you agree then,
That's the
sir?
guidance we have to go with at the moment, isn't it? As police officers, that's the guidance we have to go with because we've got
So
conflict
now
of
the
opinion.
guidance, we have shown you the guidance is flawed. We have shown you the government. I've told you what I've done with the government. They know these crimes are being committed. They're allowed to continue because you guys are facilitating it.
Lily,
We are
I'll
here
get my
today
phone
to
off
show
all
you that
this.
these crimes are still being committed, not just here but around the world. We have a doctor who spent 9 months evaluating all of the evidence. His peer-reviewed paper, peer-reviewed means it's been accepted as fact. Do you not get this? 20,000 other
Sir,
medical...
he's not on his own either. There's a lot of doctors
Mate.
saying this.
Officer, I'm here to keep law and order here this morning.
You're
this
here to
afternoon.
listen to evidence of crimes being
Don't
committed.
start shouting at me.
Well, listen and do your job. Difference.
Yeah, right. I don't want to speak to the person on the phone.
Why don't you? What are you afraid of?
I'm not
calm
afraid of
down.
anything. It's just not my position.
Calm
This
down.
is not where you need to voice your
Would you like to
concern.
hear the eminent doctor, a cardiologist, who's done a 9-month peer-reviewed paper, damage and harm to the heart? Don't you think the police should be listening to that evidence from the man himself, who's on my phone, wanting to talk to the police, and they're saying no? Harm, injury and death
Calm down
being
now.
caused in there while misconducting yourself in
Okay.
public office.
Are you police officers or not?
Mark, let's arrest him, buddy.
Do you work for the public or not? What's your problems?
These are actually...
What's your problems?
As it says, you are not going anywhere. We need you to start acting appropriately today. We don't care how frustrated you get. You're not half as frustrated as us. So out of the vehicle, please. Protect our children! Protect our children! You are going nowhere.
Protect our children!
Protect our children.
Right, I've got my camera. I've got my camera. You were arrested, sir. Stop walking away. You were arrested. Right, stop walking away, please. You were arrested. You stay there, young man. Right, you were arrested.
You step away from me, all right? I've given you...
Protect our children.
Protect our
Protect the
children.
children. Do your job.
Protect